Today, Black Hills and Eastern is at the National Railroad Museum in Green Bay, Wisconsin. This visit is part of the BH&E section cruise tour through Wisconsin and UP, Michigan. Check the description for a link to the larger trip. If you're here for expert analysis of the museum's collection, you're probably come to the wrong place. But if you're here for entertaining and sometimes snarky comment, stay tuned. The Aero Train by General Motors, circa 1950. I have a Santa Fe putt-putt car here. When you think of the size of the pieces contained herein, a GG1, a Big Boy 4017, and the Dwight D. Eisenhower, the enormity of this building. I guess one of the reasons why I wanted to visit this place in the first place is I've never seen a GG1 in person, so here's my life's work fulfilled, I guess. Bust my buffers. So a question then, the engineer's position is on the left or the right side of the locomotive? Looks to me like it's on the left. After all, everything British is reversed from American, correct? British sensibilities, don't you think? That's a style of passenger car truck that I've never seen before. Looks like it'd ride rough. Be specific, ship Union Pacific. Can you imagine the Herculean task that Big Ed took on to get one of these things running? Pigtail Railroad. No shortage of war wounds on this thing. I've always wanted to see the operator's position on a GG1. And here it is. In 1941, the war in Europe was already well underway, and this thing was built to help fight our part of the war. Hi guys. Oh, we're getting closer here. CB&Q. Pigtail engine. Push pockets and footboards. Not really kosher anymore, but back in the day, fine. So the people's job was to sort mail while the train was en route here. The railroads made out well on mail contracts back in the day. That's kind of since gone, but North Dakota. Pretty cool. Keeping in mind this is a CB&Q car, you may recognize a few of the places represented here. Pigtail Railroad. The inside of this Pullman hospital car.
Hi.
This is really nice.
Yeah. I know.
This is probably the nicest
There's
part.
like bunks over there too.
Yeah, I wonder why they have plexiglass over this little spot here. Probably the coolest sign that I've seen yet so far today. Hey Scott, you probably know about this, but they've got a CZ piece out here, a tail car. Pretty cool, huh? The big hook. I've seen HO models of these, but never one of these in person. That's pretty cool, huh? How many times do you think this crossed the MRC or the PRC? A couple of pieces of railroad history here, an Alco and a original GP30. I've always had some sort of strange affinity for antique tank cars. I recently learned that the service life on these things was actually pretty short. The railroads like to rebuild them, and by rebuilding them they could write the cost of that off, but if they bought a new car that wasn't as much the case. We got the wet noodle weasels out today. M and St. L. I'm guessing this has been repainted back to original colors. Not sure. Still got the footboards on it, or maybe somebody put the footboards back on it. Rock Island, Route of the Rockets. Hey Tim, safety first. C&W bay window caboose here. Looks like at some point it was converted from a solid bearing truck to a roller bearing. Chinese red. Getting somewhere. Empire Builder equipment. It actually looks better on the phone screen than it does in person. Isla says it looks like faces. What do you think? Santa Fe 5017. I'm basically Alco illiterate. I do not know what this is. Something fairly modern, but as far as Alcos go, what did they give up the Ghost in 1965 or something like this? This might even be an MLW.
Chesapeake in Ohio, sleep like a kitten.
I don't know. It's some kind of very early tank car. I would have to read up here on what this is. Vinegar car or pickle car, maybe? I don't know. Maybe. Well, not anymore, but looking at Milwaukee Road 767, this is a Fairbanks Morris switcher of some persuasion. I'm not sure exactly what this is. Probably maybe 1,000 horsepower type deal. Pretty early on in the development of diesel, and they've got the doors open to the engine room here. And I've never really looked over a Fairbanks Morris prime mover before. These things didn't wear well from what I understand. And here would be your main generator. Milwaukee Road, America's resourceful railroad. I'm talking on the channel so much about cabooses lately. Here's one of these. This looks like an IC caboose maybe, or something Canadian. Take a closer look here. Oh yeah, we got the Death Star logo. Yeah, Illinois Central. Very nice. We have Milo in charge of Tim's land barge. M & St. L Diesel 538. I've always known Great Northern not to be a very big Alco customer, but here's an example. The railroad kind of only dabbled in Alco. More of a, well, certainly more of a EMD customer and maybe less so General Electric. Aged out the way it looks. I guess I can say what I want about the railroad, but it's still a wicked cool paint scheme, especially on this engine. Overall, I felt that our visit to National Railroad Museum in Green Bay, Wisconsin was a success. The museum is well maintained and well run, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody that's in the eastern Wisconsin area. This is where we've reached the point where we're going to pull the pin on this particular episode. I hope you've liked the content here. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one.